Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Friday Night SmackDown. The last SmackDown episode dropped in November, December. So it's been a minute. You might want to catch up. I had to watch it again. You may need to, but I'll try and go over it as best possible throughout this. We continue post-Insurrection. We continue building up to our next Premium Live Event special, which I revealed at the end of last episode. Will be WWE for SmackDown, WWE Moana 2. Because cash is king. What have we got tonight? Well, at the end of last week, The Rock returned to separate anything going down too soon between Roman and Solo and their warring tribes. Kevin Owens called out Cody Rhodes after attacking him after the main event at Insurrection. And a lot of other stuff. So without further ado, let's see what's going to happen. And let's kick things off with another episode of SmackDown. And SmackDown's going to get underway backstage. Kayla Braxton talking with the final boss, The Rock. And The Rock says to Kayla Braxton that he's got plans, he's got the vision. Next week on SmackDown, he's going to host a tribal summit. Now, he's already spoken to Solo. The final boss has spoken to Solo Sikoa. And he will be there next week for the tribal summit. And now tonight, he's going to go find Roman Reigns. And he's going to get him to come as well. And then next week, the final boss, The Rock, will host the tribal summit to sort all of this out and get his family back in line for 90. The Rock has a clear plan of action. He wants to get his family sorted. He wants to stop this fighting, stop this bickering. He's got a plan for how to do it. Tribal summit, if he can get Roman to go along with it. We'll have to wait and see. But then, staying backstage, we go to Grayson Waller. And Grayson Waller makes it very clear. Last week, he had a great time taking out LA Knight. Not as much fun as he did 2 weeks ago. Taking out Austin Theory, that dead weight. But he enjoyed taking out LA Knight. He enjoyed taking him out again this last Monday on Raw. And he's going to enjoy it even more taking that United States Championship off him, because he's done with the dead weight. He's done with the tag team division carrying around Austin Theory. No. He's got his sights set on something greater. Got his sights set on making that title mean something. Making it have some real meaning, not the United States. No. The AU. The Australian Championship. Oh, he's ready for it. When in walks Wes Lee, the NXT North American Champion, who Grayson Waller also attacked last week whilst attacking LA Knight. And Wesley says, look, man, y'all want to do your thing over here, fine. But you attack me too. You put me in this business. So, Grayson, you want to fight a champion holding the NXT North American title? Then let's fight for a 59. Later tonight, Grayson Waller takes on the NXT North American champion, Wes Lee. Still down in NXT, but invited to SmackDown last week by Nick Aldis and showing what he can do. You have to think, it can't be too long until someone's going to be looking at them. And very important to me, the Wesley in this universe, he keeps his old haircut with the braids and everything, and the dreads. If you're happy with that look, that's fine. But it just had so much more aura. 59. It's decent. We got to build him up. And we go to the ring. Giovanni Vinci in action. Kiana James Enterprises showing what they can do. Kiana, bring him to the ring, of course. Last week beat Angel, taking on. Last week beat Garza. Angel. I think he's called Angel. And this week taking on Borto. And we let him go at it for 12 minutes. They had a nice little match. And then Giovanni Vinci picks up another tasty little victory for a 61. Giovanni Vinci, arm raised again. Verdi, Veni, Vinci. Kiana James Enterprises. Face gets another victory for a 61. Nice. Then we go backstage. Kayla Braxton interviewing Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes, big victory last week. Extreme Rules in the main event. He defeated Andrade. He tied the series. They've had 2-2. Melo picking up that victory. And he says, last week he showed out. Last week he evened the score. Last week he showed what he can do. But now, he's thinking about what next. Because he wants to keep showing that he's that guy. That he's him. And there's only one thing for that. You see, you said someday. You said someday we're going to tie it up. And I want that day. So AJ Styles, I'm calling you out. You think you're the man? You think you're the phenomenal one, huh? Well, let's see how phenomenal you are against me. For a 73 here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. Carmelo Hayes thinks he is the pinnacle. He thinks he's operating at the top of his game. And he wants the phenomenal one, the former WWE champion, AJ Styles. He wants to beat him to prove it. I have to wait and see if AJ is going to accept that challenge, though, whilst we go to the ring. It's Grayson Waller against Wesley, the NXT North American champion. They tie into it. I've told him to steal the show. I've told him to just go out there, show up, and show out. I want Wesley to really kind of show off what he can do and highlight what he can do to this new audience, you know? And we just let him at it. And they have a little bit of a banger, I'm going to assume. Full speed, Wesley flying around. In the end, Wesley on the top rope, setting up for a finish. When Grayson Waller up, pushes the rope, Wesley dropping down. Grayson Waller having enough, going up, trying to get Wesley, shoves him off. Wesley goes for the jump. Waller ducks underneath. Wesley turns around and gets a swift kick in the nether regions from Grayson Waller. Wesley gets the win here by disqualification. Waller having enough, not wanting to deal with this anymore. Kick to the groin of Wesley. Wesley dropping down. Grayson Waller just continued to attack him after. 65 for the match, by the way. 65 from Wesley. They have pretty good chemistry. 51 Grayson Waller. Wesley showing up and showing out what he can do again. Got the crowd buzzing. And Waller beating down onto the NXT North American champion when out rushes L.A. Knight. Yeah! The United States champion charges down to the ring. Title in his hand, slides in, goes to hit Grayson Waller with it, who ducks underneath and quickly slides up the ring. We ain't doing it like that, mate. Do it on my terms. Not yours, my terms. LA Knight checking on Wesley, shouting for Grayson to get back in the ring. But Grayson's having none of that. He wants this on his time and on his terms. But LA, he wants the fight. If Grayson, he seems to want a shot at that US title. If he wants it, you know, if he wants some, he can come get some. As far as LA Knight seems to be concerned for that 61. Nice. Good match. Good little post. Lovely. Wesley keeps on building here. Keeps on building here.
It'll be fun by dust when I'm telling you, baby.
I know I messed up so many times.
These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy.
But I can't stop doing it.
When you place your hand between my collar and jaw,
I can't stay away. I need one more chance.
I don't know much, but there's no way at all.
I came so close and I let it slip from my fingers again.
I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't.
And I know I'm a screw up, and I know I can't stop.
Cause if I say I miss you, I know that you won't.
But I miss it. I miss it all.
But I miss you in the morning when I see the sun.
And I just need one more shot.
Something in the orange tells me we're not done.
I need to hear those fans chanting my name one more time.
Tell you I'm just a man, tell me all I am, where the hell am I supposed to go?
It's all I've ever known.
Pausing myself again, something in the orange tells me you'll never come home.
It's the only place that's ever felt like home. So I need one more chance in that ring, one more chance with those fans, one more chance to be world champion at the top of the world, one more chance. And I promise, oh God, I promise, I won't mess it up this time.
As we're going to go, we come back, another little match in the women's division this time. It's Mia Yim last week got a victory over Jade Cargill after she got a bit distracted with Bianca Belair stuff. Taking on Indi Hartwell, have some history. They united to take down the common enemies, Blair Davenport and Candice LeRae. They fought, but it went to a double count out, I think, in the end. Heading up to that women's US title match. And looking to find out who is the better woman. And we just let them do it. We just let them go at it. In the end, both women come close. Both women trying their best. Both women wanting to prove themselves. Wanting to prove a point here. Wanting to build some momentum. He wants to keep it up. And in the end, she does just that. Mia Yim picks up the victory for a 60. Nice match. 57 Mia, 45 Indi. Happy with that. Mia Yim does get the victory in the end. Another victory. Mia Yim keeps that momentum going, keeps that form going, and that's what you've got to do, especially with 2 championships now to contend for in this division. And speaking of one of those championships, we go back to the women's locker room, and there is Chelsea Green. Just like last week on SmackDown, Waltz is in. Oh, stops. Of course, last week, I came out on top in my first Women's United States Championship Open Challenge. 9 more to go. And it's hard work being the greatest Women's United States Champion of all time. The best to ever do it. But I'm going to keep going. So ladies, just want to let you know, we got another Women's US Open Challenge tonight. It's going to be amazing. The women are just ignoring her, except storms in Bianca Belair, followed by Jade Cargill. And Chelsea immediately kind of hiding. Well, no, she stands tall. She stands tall. Ignore that. And Bianca says, you got an open challenge? Well, I'm accepting it. Okay? Because you got that title that should be mine. And I'm not going to wait around anymore. I'm just going to take it. Because I am better. I am bigger. I am the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the best. And Chelsea says, oh, Bianca, that's lovely. That's so great. Oh, I love it. But I've already got a challenger. So maybe next time? Okay. And Bianca grabs her and turns her. And Piper immediately steps between them. Bianca saying, no. Whoever that challenger is, for this little match you want to put on, I'll kick their ass. If that's what it's going to take to get me in that ring with you. Piper stepping in. Looks like it's going to come to blows here between Piper and Bianca. Jade trying to calm Bianca down. Chelsea riling Piper up. Get her, Piper, get her. Nick Aldis coming down, calming things down and saying, okay, ladies, you want to fight? We can do it tonight. Chelsea not happy about this. I want to do my open challenge though, Nick. Come on. And they're like, no. Later tonight, tag team action. Bianca and Jade versus Chelsea and Piper for a 61. Nice. Tag team match should be good. Bianca wanting to prove herself, wanting to show she should be Women's US Champion like she thinks she should be. And it's seeming a bit more aggressive, a bit rougher, a bit tougher, a different kind of sharper side to Bianca showing here. As we go to some different tag team action. On the men's side, it's hashtag DIY. Johnny and Tommaso taking on the OC, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. And we just let them show out a bit. We just, just a little tag team showcase. Both teams getting to show what they can do. OC with a bit more strength. Johnny Gargano flying about the place. And in the end, DIY getting the win. Hit Luke Gallows with a meeting in the middle. And get their arms raised. For a 66, take that. 72 Johnny, 52 Tommaso, Jesus Johnny, 51 Carl, 50 Luke. Everyone's evenly matched except Johnny Gargano, who is well above. But good match here. And DIY do get the victory and get a little bit of momentum. Momentum is the name of the game. Momentum is the business we are in. And they get that momentum here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. As we go backstage, Kyler Braxton with Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates asked about Trent Seven. He's nowhere to be seen tonight. You know, he cost Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin the tag title match at Insurrection. He took out Baron Corbin with the steel chair. He took out Apollo Crews with the steel chair. What has happened to Trent Seven here? And Tyler isn't sure. He isn't sure where Trent is. He isn't sure why he did what he did and why he's doing what he's doing. He doesn't get it. You know, he was his mentor, his friend. He brought him in to help. And then he does all of that. But he's going to find out. He's going to find out what in the world is up with Trent Seven. And he's going to figure out what's up with his friend. This 46. His father figure, you know? Tyler, no idea. Apollo and Baron, no idea. But they're not here tonight. They're hurt. They got whacked with steel chairs. You know, and hit where it don't hurt. Hit where it really hurts. And they're not too sure why Trent has done this. But Tyler is focused on finding out for that 46. As we go to our main event for this evening, the women in the main event tag team action, Bianca and Jade versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. And largely Piper's in the ring. You know, it's largely Piper doing it. You know, Bianca and Jade kind of tagging in and out. Bianca being more aggressive. Jade trying to calm her down, but it's Piper doing most of the heavy lifting. Chelsea gets in for bursts, but then immediately kind of tags out back to Piper for doing the actual work. In the end, Jade Cargill starts to get the upper hand on Piper Niven. You know, hits her with that big boot. Goes to hit Jaded. Piper, you know, trying to fight out of it. Pushing her back a bit. Managing to hit Jaded, but just before she can, Bianca tags herself in. Tells Jade to get the hell out of there. Grabs Piper Niven. You know, looks like she's about to pin Piper Niven. Turns around, slaps Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green stunned. Bianca dragging Piper Niven to the corner. Forcing Chelsea and Piper to tag. Literally holding their arms and making them tag each other. You know, flipping Chelsea Green in the ring and hitting over massive KOD. Looks like she's about to pin her. Covers her. 1, 2, stops. Lifts her shoulder up herself. Shakes her head no. Picks her up again. And another KOD. Jade can't believe what's happening. The brutal side of Bianca Belair here covers Chelsea Green this time. 1, 2, 3. Bianca Belair pins the Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green with the KOD. And did she go too far? Who knows? It's up to you. 64 for the match show is pretty good. 66 Bianca, 53 Jade, 55 Piper, 47 Chelsea. And Jade and Bianca get their arms raised, but Jade looks a bit unsure of what she's just been a part of and what she's just seen. Bianca, focused, you know, goes out of the ring, snatches the Women's US title, gets in the ring, and gets the ref to raise her arm again, this time raising that Women's US title in the air as well, before throwing it down to Chelsea Green, saying, I'm coming for that. I'm taking that. Enjoy it while you got it. For that 64. Beautiful. We've been showing out a bit in the main event. Nice little match. As we go backstage, the final boss, The Rock, walks in the locker room. Roman and the wise man Paul Heyman there. And The Rock telling Roman that next week he would like him to come to the Tribal Summit to deal with this animosity and this anger and these problems that have been going on between the Ones and Roman Reigns and Solo and his bloodline. And Roman hesitant at first, looking to Paul for guidance. But Roman agrees. Roman agrees to come out there and finish this off and sort this all out, because the final boss, The Rock, asks him to, for an 88. Beautiful. Lovely. Lovely. Next week, there will be a tribal summit. It'll be The Rock, Roman, and Solo. None of the ones, none of the bloodline, just The Rock, Roman, and Solo to sort this out once and for all. To finish this animosity, to finish this anger, and to set, like The Rock said, to set his family back on track. For an 88, lovely. And then we don't even have a minute to breathe, really. As adrenaline in his soul, it's the WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, storms out to the ring, still looking a bit worse for wear, but marches down here, championship over his shoulder, mic in hand. And he says, Kevin Owens, I heard you. I heard your challenge. I heard you calling me out. I felt the pain in my back. I feel the pain in my back. Huh? So you want to talk, Kevin? You want to call me out? Well, guess what now, Kevin? I'm calling you out. So get your ass out here. And out here, he gets his ass. It's Kevin Owens. Cody and Kevin face to face in that ring. And Cody Rhodes says to Kevin Owens, you got a problem with me? You got a problem with how I do things? Then be a man. Don't attack me from behind. Don't attack me when I'm not expecting it. You want to go? Gets in his face. Then we can go right here and right now. And Kevin Owens says, Cody, if you want to go, I'll happily go as well. But I want it for that title. If you want to be a man of your word for once here, huh? You promised that when I wanted it, I could have it. And I want a shot at that. I want to take it from you because you don't deserve it, because you are just as bad as Roman Reigns. You are another dictator in a different dress, wanting to rule over this show and everyone to kiss your ass, wanting to do whatever the hell you want, wanting to team with him after everything he did to all of us. So what do you say, Cody? Do you accept? Are you going to be a man of your word or not? And Cody doesn't even hesitate, doesn't even think. He says, Kevin, I am exactly that. I am a man of my word. I promised you a shot at this title, and I thought it was going to be a nice, friendly battle. As friendly as it gets in this business, but no. So, Kevin, if you want to go for this title, then you're on. Crowd cheering, and Cody saying, Kevin saying, thanks. Good. Well done, Cody. Keeping your word for once. But you know what, Cody? I don't want to wait till then. Sucker punch. Both men. Cody quickly getting back into it. Both men punching the lights out of each other, attack each other, fighting it out. It's Randy Orton, the impartial third party, who runs out in the end, slides into the ring, trying to separate these two men, but they cannot be tamed. They cannot be stopped, battling it out. You know, Kevin setting up. You know, I'm trying to verbalize this. They're batting it out. Randy's trying to separate them, but they keep kind of going at each other. And they inadvertently, you know, Randy trying to drag Cody off Kevin. Cody extends his arm back, hits Randy in the face. Kevin accidentally striking Randy. In the end, you know, Randy trying to drag Cody. Cody hits Randy again. Randy turns Cody like he's about to RKO him, staring each other down. Cody turns to face Kevin. Kevin, WWE title in hand, goes to hit Cody. Cody ducks. And Kevin slams it into Randy's face instead. Randy floored. Kevin, before he can even react, Cody quickly drags him down and hits him with a crossroads, laying him out. Cody standing tall over Kevin Owens and Randy Orton here, picks up his dirty towel and puts it over his shoulder. A serious expression on the American Nightmare's face as he stands tall to close SmackDown here for an 88. Cody is giving Kevin what he wants, a shot at the title. And then Randy Orton caught in the crossfire as well here. And you have to think that the Viper, the legend killer Randy Orton, won't be too happy with that. But 88 overall. Good score. Good score. As it gets to 74. Happy with that. They lost us pop in 26 regions, but I don't mind as much. It was a good show to me. And I think, you know, it evens out. I think Raw increased our pop in a lot of regions. So even if this dropped it down, it's fine. I'm happy with that. But what really matters is what you thought. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's good to be back. Long may it continue as we continue building up here on SmackDown to WWE Moana 2, which is just a really funny sentence to say. Let me know your thoughts, like I said. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I hope you have. And yeah, I said it on Raw. I'll say it again here. Apologies for disappearing. It's been hectic, but let's get back in the swing of it, baby. Until next time, where if you know, just to say, if you haven't seen Raw, go check it out. It's all happening over there. Until next time, and Raw is also heading towards WWE Venom. Sorry, I'm throwing it all out there. Our next pay-per-view is WWE Venom and WWE Moana 2. I'm rambling. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe for more. And until next time, as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.